The moment things start working is usually when people ruin them. Not loudly, quietly. They slow down, they hesitate, they lose focus. And from the outside it looks confusing because everything was finally working. But from the inside it doesn't feel like progress, it feels like pressure. People expect progress to feel good, like relief, like confirmation, like something finally going right. But when progress actually begins, it doesn't feel like that. It feels tense. Because progress is not just improvement, it's change. And change introduces uncertainty, exposure, responsibility, things you can't fully control. So instead of excitement, you feel something else, a kind of alertness, like something just shifted and you don't know if you can hold it. Even if your old life was uncomfortable, it was predictable. You knew how it worked. You knew how to move inside it. You knew what to expect. There was a strange kind of stability there. Progress removes that. Now things are different and your system starts asking, what if I can't maintain this? What if I lose this? What if this gets harder? And those questions don't feel like curiosity, they feel like risk. So instead of leaning forward, you hesitate. Not because you want to go back, because part of you already is. Most people think self-sabotage means self-hate, lack of discipline, not wanting success. That's not what's happening. Self-sabotage is not aggression, it's protection. It looks small. Skipping one day, delaying something simple, breaking your rhythm, creating unnecessary friction. Nothing dramatic, just enough to reduce the pressure. And that's why it's hard to catch, because it doesn't feel like destruction, it feels like relief. When things aren't working, the question is simple: how do I start? But when things start working, the question changes. Who do I have to become to keep this? And that question is heavier, because now it's not about action, it's about identity, consistency, discipline, responsibility. And that version of you doesn't feel familiar yet. So even if you want the result, you hesitate to become the person who can hold it. Before the progress, you had space. You could say, I haven't started yet. I'm still figuring it out yet. I'll get to it. There was no pressure because nothing was happening. But once things start moving, that space disappears. Now you can see what's possible. And that creates a different kind of pressure. You can't hide inside potential anymore. Now it's real. And real demands something from you. When nothing is working, there's nothing to lose. Mistakes don't matter. Effort doesn't matter. Expectations stay low. But when things start working, everything changes. Now effort matters. Consistency matters. Decisions matter. And mistakes feel heavier. Because now there is something at stake. So what does the system do? It lowers the stakes. How? By stepping back, by breaking momentum, by returning something safer, not better, just safer. Your system always tries to stay balanced, not successful, consistent. If your identity says, I'm someone who struggles, I'm someone who starts but doesn't finish, I'm someone who can't maintain things, and your life starts improving, there's a mismatch. And that mismatch feels unstable. So your system corrects it, not by thinking, by acting. You slow down, you doubt yourself, you interrupt your own progress. Not because you want to fail, because your identity hasn't caught up yet. People think consistency is easy. It's not. Because consistency is quiet. No emotional spikes, no chaos, no resets, just steady movement. And if you're used to urgency, pressure, last-minute effort, consistency feels unnatural, almost empty, like something is missing. So you create disruption, not intentionally, but automatically, just to feel something familiar again. People don't sabotage progress because they don't want success. They sabotage it because success changes who they are. And that change comes with loss. Loss of excuses, loss of old identity, loss of familiar struggle. And most people are not afraid of success. They're afraid of what they'll have to let go of to keep it. The moment you feel the urge to slow down, to pull back, to break what's working, that's not failure. That's the exact moment where your old identity is trying to survive. And if you react to it, you go back. But if you stay, even slightly, something shifts. Not just your results, you do. And once that happens, progress stops being something you chase and becomes something you can hold.